Scrapbookers. So today I'm going to be playing along with the Counterfeit Kit Club Challenge, and they are scrap lifting or forging the Canary, the Scrappy Canary June Scrapbook Kit. So let's see. I've pulled some papers, and what I tend to do is kind of pull too many papers. So I've probably pulled about 30 papers. We're going to whittle that down to like 10 or 15. So I want to kind of cut this in half. Yeah, so let's get started. Let's start here with this Amy Tangerine Ready, Set, Go. And it actually has globes, so since it's called Globe Trotter, I'm going to go with that. So that's a yes. This will be, let's see. This will be my yes pile, and this will be my, well, I'll just put the nose off to the side. There is one paper in the kit that has these big stripes, and it also has a lot of black and white, so even though this doesn't match perfectly the kit, it does have red on the back. There is a little bit of red in the kit. I think that won't match that piece of paper, but it matches well enough, so I'm going to pick that one. The next one is a Studio Calico paper with little tiny geotags and black and white on the back, so that's a keeper. The next one is this grungy paper. It's an older paper. I think it's Memory Makers. I don't remember the name of it, but I like it a lot. I just think that the tone of the kit is a little bit brighter than this, and this reads a little more retro. So let's say no to this paper, even though it's cute. We'll use that a different day. This paper has these crazy pineapples on the back, which I know pineapples are a thing right now, but I'm not exactly into them. So the black I think would be great as a base, but since I'm trying to whittle this down, let's pick something that has something useful on both sides. So that's going to be a no. The next one, this also has more of a grungy look than the kit that they've shown, but I do like it, and I do think that it can work. And it's got that big chevron, which is similar to what they're showing in the kit. So I'm going to hold on to this one for now. The next piece of paper is Crepe Paper Open Road. And I really think that this As You Wish by Fancy Pants paper and the Crepe Paper Open Road go together really well. The yellow in my kit may be a little bit darker than the yellow in the kit in the example. Mine is more, I've got more of a mustard yellow here, and they've got more of a, like a sunshiny yellow. So that's okay. Okay, next is this piece of mustard yellow paper, and I think I'm going to also skip this one because I don't think that the back really works very well. It could be a base, but for now I'm just going to skip it. The next is this cut apart sheet by Simple Stories. On the back there is a hexagon. I kind of like that. I think it goes well. So I'm a probably yes on that. This is just a piece of craft cardstock, which I think could work well as a base. Here's another piece of craft cardstock, which I also think could work well as a base. Let's keep just one. Let's keep the crepe paper one. So we've got lots of those chevrons going on. The next one is ledger paper by Basic Gray with yellow polka dots on the back. And this goes back to kind of the, it's not totally bright, but it's brighter. So I'm going to keep that. This is, I like the camera motif, but I think this is a little too grungy, so I'm going to skip that one. Next up is Studio Calico, and this one is called That Away, and it has lots of little sayings that would relate to travel. So I would think that would go well. The next one is a Polaroid wood grain by Lily Bee Design, who I think is no longer. I don't know. But I'm going to skip that one. Next, just a green piece of cardstock. I'm going to skip it. So these are all ones that I pulled and I was like, oh, that could work, that could work, that could work. And now I'm trying to just whittle it down a little. This one, it has a bunch of arrows, and I think I'm going to keep it for now. The next is a white piece of cardstock that is, it is very thick, so it is watercolor, it will hold watercolor. So I'm going to keep that one. The next is a wood grain with that on the back. It's just a scrap. I'm actually going to discard that one for now. And next up, we have a cut apart sheet. These bring in the brighter colors, and what I can kind of envision is some of the backgrounds might be a little darker. I like a dark background, and then the white up on the top. So I'm going to keep that one. The next thing I have is Basic Gray Capture, and it's all the numbers on one side and some hearts with notebook paper on the other, and I think I'm going to keep this one. The next is Kaisercraft Happy Snaps collection. I'm going to keep it because I think I can cut these apart and use them as chevrons, arrows pointing, that sort of thing. Okay. The next one is, these kind of, I thought went together. They're both from the Basic Gray Capture line. And one of them, I like that on the back. I think that I'm getting way too many, but let me just place those here for right now, and then we'll keep going. Let's skip this one. It looks a little too quilty. The next one is a Studio Calico paper from a way long time ago that I've used a bunch, and even though it has a little tear out of it, it brings in the yellow that kind of is on the other side. On the B side there's yellow, and I think that will be good for this collection. This one is actually a duplicate, so I'm going to skip that one. This is a scrap of an October afternoon paper that is called Boarding Pass, so that's a keeper. This is from the Open Road collection, and I don't really know what Choco Doodle is supposed to be. I guess a candy bar, but I don't know what I would use. I like this side, but I already have, you know, some blacks, so I'm going to actually skip that one. The next one is a map with red on the back, and I'm going to keep that one. And then the last piece is this October afternoon room key, and I think that works well. So this is kind of the collection of papers that I have selected. Let's see how many I picked. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. I wanted to pick 14. So let's see if we can cut some. Okay. I think the first one I'm going to cut is this one because I just think I am. I think I have enough cut aparts here. So I definitely want to keep this one. I think I do want to keep that one. Let's keep the yellow. The greetings and so let's get rid of these three. Okay. And so let's see what that looks like now. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Let's cut 2 more. I'm going to cut that one. Ooh, I kind of don't want to cut that one either. let's put this black and white. Okay, let's keep these. So that is those are my papers. Now, let's just keep this on top kind of as a reference for when we're doing the embellishments. Okay, so what did I do with that extra paper that I didn't use? I actually put it in a bin that's close by to my desk where I have a lot of different papers. And, you know, if I need to, I will go, you know, looking through that, but probably I won't. Let's hope that I don't. And I hope to just keep with this collection of papers. Now, the next thing I'm going to go to is embellishments. And I've pulled a bunch. And what I'm going to do is kind of weed them out just like I did with the papers. So here's a bunch of potentials. And I do have a couple of scrap papers that I am just going to include. One of them is a map and one of them is triangles, which I just really like this paper. And yeah, so they're staying. Then I have some just random different sticker sheets. And I'm going to show you how I'm going to organize all of my embellishments for this kit. It's going to be a little different. So I have this album here. It's a 9x9 album. And I keep my chipboard embellishments right on the top of the page protector. So let's just make sure this is still working. This is a relatively new system for me, but it does come off. It is going to kind of make this page protector get old in a hurry, but this is what this album is going to be for me, so I think I'm fine with that. What I do is I just take a blank piece of cardstock and I put it into the page protector. And then what I do is I'll take different pieces of chipboard and put them here in this album. Let's see if I have any chipboard that I want to use. Not really. Okay, but here's kind of a little example. No, it's not really the example I intended. But one thing you can do is take like your different embellishments and kind of just put them on. That's not really what I intended though, so I'm not going to do that. But I will tell you, this solution of keeping chipboard elements in this kind of an album is really I've really enjoyed it so far. So I've just been using this system for a little while, but I guess I'm not going to really I haven't pulled any chipboard. So I'm going to skip the chipboard. So that won't be on this album. The other solution that I found is this album that is just, it was a sketchbook, and what I've done is just taped in the embellishments. And is it perfect? No, but it's really pretty awesome. So here's a bunch of words, and I've just tried to you know, organize the embellishments according to themes. So that would be animals, and this are little labels and things like that. So what I want to do is just make a couple of pages that will just kind of go with this kit. And I do have a bunch of pages that relate to travel. So let's just put this right in the back with the rest of this travel stuff. And I'll tell you why I do this. Because when I have little things like this, like these are chic tag, let's go. And they are totally adorable. But what happens in my world is I never use them. If I put them in a little bowl, I just don't use them. I like to see them all laid out. So what I do is just put a tiny bit of adhesive on the back and then tape it into this book. So I'm just going to keep doing that until they're all on here, and that will be the place where I look for embellishments. So I'm going to go ahead and tape those in and keep this process of elimination, and then I'll show you my little pages that I've made. I'll be right back. Okay, so I got everything from this little pack into the album, and I'm just going to keep this reference handy so that I can remember what what I am working with. So I'm just actually going to adhere that to the base of my tripod that's holding this iPad up. And then I have all of these all adhered into this little album, and I can see them all at once and see how many I have left, and I really like it. So let's do the next page. And what I'm also trying to do here is say yes to this, no to that kind of thing. So let me go ahead and do some of that. So not all of it is going to go into that. Like these, I tried to force them in, but they're just not going to go. These Pen Pal, some of these relate to travel, and I am, let's see, no to these. The boarding pass, okay, let's keep that. I've had these basic gray embellishments around for a long time, so let's just keep those. And the rest I'm going to say no in this little pack. So these are just little stickers. We're going to keep the October afternoon labels. We're going to keep these pieces of scrap paper. And these are big enough that I'm okay with just having them like this because I can basically see everything. So I'm not going to put them in the little book. I've got some tags. Let's keep those. I've got some dimensional embellishments. I'm going to keep those. I'm going to keep some labels. I'm going to keep some of the rub-ons that are gold and some stickers that are like titles. Now the Journey Collection corkboard titles or the words that are in the collection, I actually had those, but I've used them already. So that was another... So I'm not going to use those again. I used up most of them. I have some more tags, and I will keep all of these maybe right in this little pocket here. Just so that if I want a tag, I'm fine with having it be in there. Okay. Let's keep going. Oops. That didn't stick very well. It just fell down. I'm going to keep some of these tags, but probably not all of them. Just cut off some of them there. And then what else did I get? Oh, I see. I remember what's in here now. So there's the open road, all of these little embellishments. These are what get lost in the shuffle. So I'm going to go ahead and stick these in to this book, and I'll go ahead and do that off camera because it takes just a little while to do it, not a long time. But yeah, I'll stick those in and then I'll show you how that looks. Okay, so I've taken care of those little bits, and they're all in the book, all taped in. And yes, it does use a little bit, more adhesive than you might normally use, but it's worth it once you're making a page and you're like, now I need a little thing that is, this big and this color. It's just been a solution that I really liked lately, so I am sticking with that. And then what did I add to this? conglomerate of embellishments, I added a couple of bigger sticker sheets that relate to travel. One is Studio Calico Countryside, the other is Roadmap by October Afternoon. Both of them have been used a little. I'd like to use the rest of those sheets while I'm making these pages. And then what I don't want, I'm putting back into a little sleeve so I can put that back into this bigger sleeve that is travel related, but that I won't be using. So let's continue to pick and not pick. So these are no. These are different boarding passes. I think they're pretty cute. I like the way they're stored. They're by Little Yellow Bicycle. Those are staying. So a lot of these cards, I'm just going to really go quickly. Oh, there's another little bit. See how those little bits get lost? So I'm just going to pick quickly. Now some of these I know went with the open road line, so I'm just trying to pick those. And I think that's about it. Oh, haha. I even have some pictures. It looks like I started to make a page, so maybe I'll finish making that page. That'll be a good idea. Explore another little... Oh, these are, I'm not gonna, well, yeah, I'm not gonna pick those. I'm not gonna pick these. Okay. And so now I have my kit. Now is the time on Sprockets. Now is the time when I start making pages. So I'm just gonna slide all of those back in here, and then I just store them just like this so that I can reach them easily. And then these, for this kit, when I'm not working on the kit, I can just easily slide all of these embellishments into this sleeve. And then also as I'm making, cutting up my papers, I can just slide those in. What am I going to do with these? What am I going to do with those? These need to go in that little book. I just don't know. I think maybe I'll just pop them on the other side so that at least they kind of stay, like the Project Life cards stay together. So when I take them out, I'll just have to remember to take them out separately. So that is my kit, ladies and gentlemen. Mostly ladies, I'm sure. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I make a lot of process videos. I don't do them consistently, but when I'm inspired, and I'm often inspired when I have some sort of a challenge, like you find on the Counterfeit Kit Club Challenge blog. And yeah, I really like to play along and, make a kit. It's fun. So let's make some pages. Those will be my next few videos. Let's have a goal of 4 pages with this kit. Okay, thanks for watching. I'll be back. I forgot to show you 2 things. One is I made some silhouette cuts of words. So that was kind of in place of the journey, the chipboard letters that came with the kit. And then also thickers. So I picked some gold thickers. I also have a lot of thickers close and handy, so those will probably show up even though I haven't selected them for this kit. But I'm going to try to stick with the kit. Most likely I won't, but we'll try. Okay, I'll see you later. I'm Katie Scott.